So what do you know? You finally have a legendary investor, Stanley Druckenmiller, who has flipped on Bitcoin. What does that mean? Well, he finally came to the realization that Bitcoin isn't going nowhere and that it can be seen as a store of value. Take a look at this article from Forbes right here. October 31st, 2023, a legendary billionaire just flipped on Bitcoin amid 300 billion Ethereum, XRP, and crypto price boom. Right here. Now, legendary billionaire investor Stanley Druckenmiller has admitted he should have bought Bitcoin, calling it a strong brand similar to gold. That is why it's very important for you not to get caught up in one particular individual and what they say and what their opinion is. Imagine if you were a follower of Stanley Druckenmiller and you took everything that he said to heart, and he was adamant of not buying Bitcoin back in the day when Bitcoin was sub $100, lower thousands of dollars. And now he finally came to the realization that he should have bought Bitcoin when the price is above 30K. Take a look at this. I don't own any Bitcoin, to be frank, but I should. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean eventually he'll buy Bitcoin? I think he probably will buy Bitcoin once a spot Bitcoin ETF is approved. And then he's going to start adding it to his portfolio. Because many investors understand, especially these billionaires, they don't want to miss out on gains. And if the new generation of investors, which is being brought up now, don't value gold, but they value Bitcoin, then Stanley will want to increase his holdings in Bitcoin. Everybody would. It's no longer important on what the older generations were keen on investing about. It is now the new generation's turn to come through and show what they value most. And currently, from what this article goes into from Forbes, they're trying to tell you that it's Bitcoin, it's cryptocurrencies. This is what the newest generation would want to invest in, to where they want to hold their value. Not necessarily gold, silver. Those were the traditional investments that the older generation utilized and were accustomed to. Now, I'm not saying that gold and silver is going to go away, but I think that the majority of the new generation and their investing habits will be more in the sense of like technology, innovation, cryptocurrencies. So he goes on to say as well, I'm 70 years old. I own gold. Like I said, older generation, they love gold. I was surprised Bitcoin got going, but it's clear the young people look at it as a store of value because it's a lot easier to do stuff with. And 17 years to me, it's a brand. But I like gold because it's 5,000-year-old brand. Right. Now, the reason why you will want to hold Bitcoin and gold is when these inflationary pressures come and hit this fiat currency. When this paper dollars, when this paper money goes belly up, you want to have something that's going to maintain its value. And that's where gold and silver, real estate in some cases, and now look like Bitcoin will hold value a lot better than fiat currency, a lot better than bonds, a lot better than equity stocks. That is what he's telling you now. But all because of technology and all because Bitcoin is only 17 years old, he values gold better. Okay, cool. It's not an issue. But I think eventually he will increase or jump on board the Bitcoin train. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin real quick. Because you can see here that recently the hype, the strength in Bitcoin is still bullish. Now we've kind of somewhat saw some resistance, and I'm going to show it to you right now, that the market in Bitcoin is hitting resistance around $34,500, $35,000. If that holds, the market will take a dip. It will go lower. Nothing in the world continually goes up in price. but there's definitely a trend in store for Bitcoin. We're going to straighten this chart up, matter of fact, because a lot of these lines are no longer applicable. Here's the bigger term trend in Bitcoin right here. Okay. I think you guys can see that the current trend into the market in Bitcoin is definitely bullish. Now, let's take this resistance area that we just created and draw it all the way over to the left of the chart. And it's amazing that we haven't seen the price in Bitcoin hit this level since May of 2022. So it's been well over a year for us to not see Bitcoin hit this target. So a very good run. Market looks real bullish currently in Bitcoin. Now, would you want to buy Bitcoin at these high prices, especially knowing that we haven't seen the market trade at this price in about a year, more than a year? Is this still a buying opportunity? Or should we allow the market to come down and test certain prices? Real quick, let's look at Bitcoin on the 2-day chart. So look at this. Over the last couple of 2-day price bars, look at how many indicators of strength we received. One there, second one there, and the third one here into the market in Bitcoin. Okay. Now, we've already seen some initial stages of increased selling. This is what this 2-day price bar means and this one. Now, the good part is that the buyers are still holding price. Like every time the market in Bitcoin gets hit with selling, there's enough demand to absorb it. So people still think that Bitcoin is bullish. People still think that the price is cheap and that they're looking for it to go higher. Here it is on the 3-day chart. Okay, so we saw beginning stages of selling here. Selling continued on this 3-day price bar, and it is still coming through now. Will the market get tired? Will the buyers run out of money to where they can no longer buy Bitcoin at these prices, and then the market will continue to fall lower? Here is where we will want to see price in Bitcoin not fall below. Okay, so if those sellers continue to hit the market around $35,000, price comes down to 32, we want to see the market really hold there. If they do, then the market is definitely still bullish for the longer term. Take a look at Bitcoin on the monthly chart. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, on the hourly chart, maybe on a daily time frame, price currently is exhibiting some selling. But off this monthly chart, this is definitely bullish. So depending on your time frame, the market here in Bitcoin is due to go higher. On a monthly chart, I will still be bullish. And I would even say from a monthly chart, as long as Bitcoin's price doesn't break below 30,000, the idea would be that price will continue to go higher. It looked like it might even hit 40,000. So let me do this. This would be my first target because I am going to expect the market of Bitcoin to go higher. This would be my second target for Bitcoin. Okay, I know all these lines look confusing. I'll clean it up once this video ends, okay? At the end of the video. So that monthly chart definitely looks good though. Okay. 5-weekly chart looks decent. Too much time on the chart to understand and to follow and believe it. Here it is on the 2 weeks. In the conclusion of this week of trading, if we still have this indicator of strength, which you guys can see right now, we're definitely looking for price to go higher. Okay. Weekly chart as well. Look at how we ended the last 2 weeks in Bitcoin. This shows you how strong the market is. We saw an indicator strength there, and then we got another one triggered on the week of October 23rd. Just that simple. So I'm actually finished. We're going to anticipate that the market in Bitcoin is going to continue to go higher. So let's put this on a chart. Now, I will tell you, just to keep it real, I don't like where price currently is. If I really wanted, since I don't cover Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis, I will allow the market to come down just a little bit though. Okay. So the first target is right here. Around $36,900, maybe 7.5%. My second target is all the way up there around 40,000, which is 16.42. And like I told you, we don't want to see the market in Bitcoin Let me show you on the 5-day chart. We don't want to see the market ultimately in Bitcoin fall below $30,000 again. Okay, so let's cut these lines out. Like I said, we're going to clean up this chart, bring this in a little bit closer, cut these lines back. I'm going to hold this line here because I want you all to understand that I do see this as resistance, and I won't be surprised if the market in Bitcoin begins to go lower right now. Okay, so put this back on the daily, and I'm finished. You're up. Give me your thoughts about where do you think Bitcoin is going to go over the next couple of weeks. Make sure you maintain profitability, and as always, trade different.